Hello and welcome to this next episode of the Gatsby Starter Theme. On this episode, we are going to be creating a new page template. Before we begin, I have some big news. I got a lamp. So this is current. This is the new lamp. Much better. It's probably better on my eyes too. Okay. So on this episode, we are going to be making a page template. Currently, we just have one template, and that's for blog posts. And if you go to your browser, you go to work, and you click on one of these, you'll see this is a basic template, and it's the same for the blog post. This is the same template, except there's no content inside. So I want my work posts to be a different layout than my blog posts. And you would use this if you wanted, say, if you had a e-commerce site and you had products, they would have their own layout, and then a category page would have its own layout as well. And you use it as a template because you're going to be making multiple, and you don't want to have to just copy and paste each time. First things first, you want to open your gatsby-node file. That's at the bottom here. Open that up. And what I did here previously, I just did a copy and paste. And what we're going to edit is this component. So instead of blog post, we're going to call it website post. So we just made this, and now we have to create it. So if you go up to find blog post, it's at the top. You'll see here. So oops. Website post. Copy that, go towards the top, and you want to make a const. So const website post equals, and we're going to make a path, or it's going to direct to the path. And instead of blog post, it'll be website post. Website post. There you go. So I think that's all we need for Gatsby Node for now. Should be good. Okay. So if you go back into your folder, you'll see we have a folder called templates. So you have a blog-post template, and that's what this is pulling. So we're going to make the same one. See if I can just, how do you copy? There we go. See, Command C, Command V, copy and paste. Website post, website-post. Remove the copy. And I have a layout already made, just so you don't have to watch me type and mess up. So I'm going to copy it. I actually I actually used work-post, but website works. So this is all the same from the previous. We're adding some more frontmatter, which we'll get to that in the index file. But this is the basic structure. I'll just go over it quickly. So we have a post. It's going to take it and make it a markdown. Well, it's actually pulling from the markdown file, and that comes from our content, because we are using markdown files. And then it's creating a layout. So the layout is a component that we have already existing. And then goes down. We got our header. Within the header, we have our H1 tag. We have an H4 tag. So it has the title, and then under that it has our category, the date that we make it. So I want it to be the newest post first. So that's why I want to have it like ascending order. Now, H4. I added a new line to our index file, or our frontmatter, and that's the technologies that I'm using within the website that I use. So it's a little different than the blog. It has a link to the domain of the website that I made. So that's what this, also I'm adding to the frontmatter. It's going to be called website domain. And then we have our section. Yeah, and then the footer, I remove the bio. You can put it back in if you'd like. I have it commented out. I may use it or may not, but it's there just in case. And then yeah, that's basically it. So now I want to add those new features to the front matter on our blog. I'm sorry, not our blog, our website posts. So right now I have website 1 open. So anywhere you can do a find, you can just do front matter. Anywhere I reference front matter dot, this needs to be in our file. So title, date, description, category, URL. So I don't have tech yet, and I don't have website domain. So if I do tech, and I do website domain, I would use URL, but that's all. I already have that set, and that is a reference to the image in our folder. Yeah, right here, website example JPEG. So in this case, I'm going to do my existing site, chrisshimmin.com, why not? And then I built it HTML, CSS, and some JavaScript. I actually want to put the whole URL, so I want to do the HTTPS. So we made an update to Gatsby Node, and if you remember, we have to restart the server every time we do that, because it has to re-render the file or the folders and the file names. So I'm going to restart it now. Okay, and I restarted the server, and now this should work correctly. And if you go here, you'll see it's a different layout. All my work websites have this same layout. So everything is changed. See, we have the website and technologies. And some of these aren't set yet. So if you click on this, hold down the command key, it'll take you off. And this is my current portfolio, which I'm changing. It was good for a couple of years, but I wanted to use Gatsby. I wanted to utilize the site speed. Yeah, and obviously there's nothing in my post. Let me put a lorem ipsum. All right, so I have some lorem ipsum. I'll do like a header here. If you don't know Markdown, I'm gonna make a video on Markdown, but just the hashtag. So if you do 2 hashtags, that's the H2 tag. It's pretty quick to pick up. And if you do some asterisks, you do 2 of them, that makes it bold. Pretty basic stuff. And then each white space is a space or a enter, so that Markdown actually counts that as space, as unlike HTML. So I could do a space an enter in the middle of this, and it should show on our site. Okay, so that's it. That's a basic layout, and you have the title, Chris Shimmin's portfolio, actually old portfolio, and that changes. And we can change the sizing and the layout, or the styling of this, which I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to do all the styling at once. But this is my basic layout. This is all I want. I'm going to add some images of like a screen. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so I'm going to add an image underneath my paragraph. And so the idea is you take screenshots, screen grabs of the websites that you've made, and you take a screenshot and you just center them on the page. And as the user scrolls, they'll just see the website without actually going to the website. And if the website ever goes down, you still have screenshots of the content that you created, which I highly recommend doing on all of your projects. I've lost, like, just companies, go out of business and they take down their site, and you make that content. It's important to have for future jobs. Okay, so I'm going to do I'm adding an image right now. This is what I'm doing. This is markdown style. So you do the brackets, and that's like it's like an alt tag, I believe. And then you have, I'm just going to use the current image. Go back, and there it is. So the styling that I created actually centers this image. Normally it would be left aligned. Exclamation point is an alt tag, but if you don't have it, then it's a link. So you need that. And then you can have multiple, and you could do a line in between. So a line across is just 3 dashes, do a space, and then you have this, and you have a decent layout, just this alone. And say it one project, you could have 4 or 5 screenshots. You can do the whole website, just take screenshots, and then you can have a paragraph underneath describing, this is my cover, yada, yada, yada. And then you can describe what the screenshot is. Pretty basic stuff. Okay, so now you know how to make templates. It's within Gatsby Node, and it'll automate all of your projects, and it'll just make it on render. And so that way you don't have to do a lot of copy and pasting. You can just stay within the index file and work on your project or your content that way. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. This is a journey that we're both going on, all of us together. Join me. Okay. Katie's laughing. Okay, that is it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.